Before this video begins, I wanted to make a disclaimer statement stating that I was traveling alone, I was traveling for work, and I abided by the country's regulations as it pertains to things going on in the world right now. I was tested and I stayed safely socially distanced throughout this entire trip. I wanted to upload this video because I just wanted to give some of you guys an escape from whatever you're dealing with right now. I hope you really just enjoy this video and that hopefully we can all start traveling the world once all of this is over. I was in the UK September, October time frame before everything kind of went into that second wave. So this is what you are seeing. This is not what the UK is like currently. It's a lot more locked down than this, so please don't think you're gonna go book a trip to England right now. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this is long overdue and I cannot wait to upload all the content that I've had that I haven't just been able to edit yet because I've been doing other things. But I love you guys and I hope you guys really enjoy this video. So this is the outfit that I'm going to be wearing to the UK docks. I'm wearing my Lululemon flowy pants, something that's like not too tight on, you know. Hey guys, I'm super excited to take you with me on my trip to the United Kingdom. I left from Florida, I was shooting a wedding there, and I went straight to the airport. Saying goodbye to this beautiful rental car. Due to current events, I had to cancel all of my weddings since April, and when October came around, I made the decision to do the weddings that I had on my books. If my brides didn't cancel, I decided to go, and I definitely don't regret it whatsoever, but I had this amazing plane ride on Virgin Airlines. My wedding client paid for my flights to and from the United Kingdom, but I upgraded myself to first class, and it was so worth it. I had all this foot space. I had this TV screen that was super cool, and then my freaking seat turned into a bed. Like, if I were to get first class for any flight in the whole world, this would be it. I had a wonderful meal, a hot meal. I had breakfast and dinner, and there was not a lot of people on the plane either, which is really cool. I think the flight was like 8 hours or so. I got off my flight well rested and I went through security. I had no issues. I have a work visa. There's all my luggage. It all made it through. I made it through customs, and then now I'm gonna go and thank God. This fell out of my pocket. Not even 2 steps into a new country, I was already fucking it up. We're trying to catch a taxi right now. Made it. I'm on the wrong side of the road. So I decided to take a taxi from the airport just to kind of have that black cab experience, which was really cool. And the driver was so nice. He kind of was like giving me a bit of a tour as we were driving through. The airport that I landed in was like an hour away from London, so it was a pretty long ride, including traffic. But it was really nice to just kind of sit there, talk to him, and he was such a nice guy. The weirdest thing about getting into the UK initially and getting into a car is that everything is backwards as it comes to driving. So like, you're driving on the right side of the car when we drive on the left side of the car, and it just totally threw me through a mind loop. On the way to my hotel, we drove past Buckingham Palace and Trafalgar Square. I actually saw it a few times, which was really cool. And we passed by the London Eye. We went past all of these bridges and stuff. It was super cool. And he kind of was giving me a brief back history as I was driving by all of these like super cool landmarks. There's the London Eye right there, and this is the hotel that I stayed at. The Me Hotel in London is so nice. It is super central to London, and it's a 5-star hotel. As you can see, it's like crazy, and I just really wanted to have like a really cool experience because I would never do this kind of thing again. And now that I'm a spicy accountant, I kind of had some money to blow. My wedding couple covered some of the expenses, I covered some of the expenses, and I loved the room. As soon as I stepped foot into the room, I literally felt the jet lag hit me. I was like, oh shit. So I think what I'm gonna do is shower, get ready for the day so I like can adjust to this time. Good morning, just rolled out of bed. I'm gonna do like a little in-room workout. So I don't get that on this trip because the food is really good. I actually woke up around 7:30. I've slept 13 hours total. I fell asleep last night, or yesterday, around 2 p.m. The jet lag hit me like a bus, and I just had to fall asleep. It felt like there was like bricks on my eyes. It's the only way I can describe it. And then slept for that long, and then I got up at like 11 p.m. and then kind of called Hank for a bit, chatted with my friend Rowan, chatted with my mom, because California is a completely different time zone. And then after that, I ordered some food from room service, and then I passed out again and then woke up at 7:30. So I just went and got some groceries. So one thing you notice about London right off the bat is that people care about their appearance a lot, and it really shows in the way that they carry themselves, dress themselves, and look in general. And it just left me like feeling like super inspired to like really have fun with my outfits and create a lot. So you'll see a lot of that in this vlog. I was really just having fun and playing like a little fashionista. Also, there's iconic red buses and red telephone booths and stuff everywhere. It was super fun to kind of play around and shoot with that. So this is the gym that I have access to. I'm by myself. There's only one person allowed in at a time, and then they clean in between, they sanitize, and then the next person gets it. But you have to reserve it in advance. And yeah, so I'm about to get a little workout in. Once my COVID test came back negative 48 hours later, I was free to kind of go explore the city. At this time when I was in London, it was prior to the second wave hitting, and looking back at it now, like it's just crazy because the world kind of like went back down into chaos. But at the time when I was in London, it kind of seemed like things were slowing down and getting better. But I had so much fun. I went out, I wore a face mask, and it was just really, really cool to go out and like see all of these different things and experience all of this. And I was just really lucky that I was able to be there for work. And I got to go in the London Eye, and that was really cool. They were only letting a certain amount of people on at a time, obviously to allow for social distancing and whatnot. So see me wearing a face mask. I wore it every time I was around anybody, and I do take it very seriously. It's one of those experiences that literally comes like once in a lifetime. Like, when will I ever have another client pay to fly me out to shoot their wedding? It was such a cool experience, and I actually have another wedding client that's flying me out in February, and I'm shooting an elopement. But I went to Harrods that day. It was so freaking cool. I got this little cute set from Agent Provocateur, walked around. It was the bougiest store, but the coolest store ever. I also got some boots. Here's a little montage of the things that I got. I also went to Zara. You definitely have to go to Harrods whenever you come to the UK. So this dress that I was wearing was from Zara, and then I put over a corset from Agent Provocateur, and bitch, I look snatched. I don't know what it is about this outfit, but I really, really loved it. I was like feeling myself in it. I was like, yas, queen. And here I am putting my extensions in. I did like this little slick back hair thing. So like another thing that I messed up when I was in the UK is that I put my hairstyling tool in the plug, or I didn't have like the right converter for it, and it literally fried it. So like I had to buy a completely new hair stuff when I got back into the States. But yeah, this is the finished look. I felt amazing. The next day I woke up and decided to go to Brick Lane Market. This is the outfit that I chose. I brought way too much shit with me. I'll touch on that later, but love this outfit. It felt super cute, and got in a cab and went on over there. So one thing really cool about London is that there's a lot of like public transportation and whatnot, but I didn't figure it out yet, so I hadn't used it. But this is the Brick Lane Market. They have so many cool things that you can go and like shop and buy. A lot of vintage shopping, which was really, really fun for me, but also really hard because I wanted to buy so many different things, but like I had to ship it all back, and it was very expensive to do that. But I bought a bunch of different stuff to give to people and my family for Christmas, so that was really cool, and I just had a blast. I also forgot to mention they have a lot of food there, so definitely go check that out. And then the next thing that I did is go to Sky Garden, and I highly recommend it. The building is so freaking tall. And it's like kind of curved. It looks like a walkie-talkie, but inside there's like this beautiful lush gardens, and it's super, super pretty, and just a really cool photo op if you want to go get something like that for Instagram. But I really enjoyed being up there. It was really cool. You have sweeping views of the city. You can see the Shard, and there's honestly not that many skyscrapers, which I really found interesting. But after that, I decided to go to see the Tower of London, and that was so cool. So that is the Tower of London, which I bought a ticket for earlier. So this was super cool for me to see because I am an extreme history nerd, and when it comes to like Henry VIII and all of his wives and stuff, like, oh. And the fact that like Anne Boleyn was murdered here was just kind of like really sad, but also really cool to see, and just kind of to see all that history. I got to see the crown jewels as well. And something that I actually found like really, really interesting was seeing the actual armor from all these different kings. It was insane, and I can't believe that they wore that because it's so heavy. It's so heavy. Right after you exit the Tower of London, you can see the Tower Bridge, which is really cool to see. I also went and picked up cheesecake, once again from Harrods. So good! So every morning that I would wake up, I would have tea or fruit. This is the tan that I'm gonna be trying. This is the Bondi Sands in Ultra Dark. I've just heard really good things from my friends that are here in the UK about it. You can obviously order it in America, but this was just at their little like store that's like basically the same as an Ulta in America. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna shave, exfoliate, and then I'm gonna put this on. I'm excited. Hey, so I just did my self tanner. Currently looking a little interesting. It's always funny like right after you do the tan because you look so weird. But I just like repacked my whole suitcase, and I'm gonna send some of this stuff home because I just had way too much shit. Like I overpacked like a motherfucker, so I'm gonna send that home. And then I also like got some stuff for family that I'm gonna send. And yeah. Good morning from London. So I just had to go mail a few things off because I definitely overpacked. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Underpack because you're always gonna want to buy stuff, and I kind of just like didn't think about that. Definitely should have thought about it, but I'm currently packing up this hotel room. I'm moving hotel rooms because as lovely as this hotel is, it is a 5-star and very, very expensive, and it was such a nice place to stay, but definitely very expensive. Like it really would be cool for just like a night or two, but I stayed like 7 nights and it's a little expensive, just a little bit. So I'm moving hotels to somewhere that actually has like a washer because I have not been able to wash my clothes here. It was really nice though because it was like such a central location, and the hotel room really is beautiful, and I got like room service and stuff like that. But this pea coat that I got from Aritzia is fantastic. Highly recommend. It makes me feel like a bad bitch. As you can see, I'm not a very light traveler. Oh, it's a problem. What? I see people travel fucking Europe for months on end with a backpack. Maybe it's because I have a lot of camera gear and stuff, but this is getting out of control. I highly recommend staying at the Me Hotel in London. They were fantastic, and it's such a pretty hotel. Definitely super central. Definitely recommend. The hotel that I moved to is called Lehman Lock, which is a lot more affordable, but it's still pretty nice. It also had an in-room washer dryer situation, which is what I really needed to do because I had to wash my clothes so badly. Ayo, so I'm gonna go see Westminster Abbey. I want to go hit a bunch of other different places today. But yeah, now that I'm all checked into my new hotel and stuff, all settled, and I'm gonna go see some sights and eat some food. So behind me here is Westminster Abbey, and it's absolutely beautiful. Westminster Abbey is absolutely stunning. It is so worth seeing even if you aren't religious. It holds so much culture, and it's so just gorgeous. Like I literally had my jaw open the entire time. So I went to go have tea at Harrods. It's just kind of a fun experience. It makes you feel like a bougie bitch, you know? I honestly had like a really nice time yesterday. I just like chilled, did absolutely nothing, and just like had a down day, a rest day, because I feel like when you travel, especially internationally, you want to spend as much time as you can like seeing the area. You kind of forget to take a break and just have like a kind of a reset day. And so that's what yesterday was for me, and my body needed it. I'm feeling a lot better today, much more refreshed. I've been getting a lot of people ask me questions about traveling alone. I would honestly say you just like when you walk down the street, you have to walk with confidence, kind of that like if you so much just touch me, like I will literally stab you kind of energy. And honestly, like I love traveling alone because it's like you don't have to really rely on anybody else, and you can go see what you want when you want. You can wake up when you want, and there's no one else that you're relying on, and that just makes like the experience, I think, like really cool because you get to see like maybe parts of the city you wouldn't see if you were with somebody else. But I'm really enjoying myself. I don't feel lonely or anything. I'm definitely like one of those people that can be somewhere alone and by myself and be really happy and be really like fulfilled. I think some people really need other people to be around, whereas I'm just more like chill. I can really enjoy like my own company, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm having a great time, and I'm so excited to see more of London tomorrow. And yeah, I will definitely be showing you guys that. I definitely want to hit up a bunch of the museums tomorrow. I think that's kind of like my goal, and I'm super excited. Even though I was in the UK for work, I really enjoyed just being able to go around and see some really beautiful things and dress up and have fun, and I loved it. Good morning. So this morning I'm going to the Natural History Museum and the V&A Museum, and I'm really excited just to see like all the different stuff that they have to offer. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm really excited. Let's go. So with everything going on in the world, you have to reserve your slot ahead of time. You can't just walk in because they have to adhere to like strict social distancing guidelines. But I highly recommend going seeing the Victoria and Albert Museum, because literally I didn't even have enough time because there were so many amazing things to look at, so much art to look at. I definitely recommend that you go to see that. After that, I went through Kensington Gardens, and I went to go see Buckingham Palace, which is of course a must. I was exhausted after that entire day and just called it quits after that. So this is today's lovely little outfit. I've got my shoes from Balenciaga, I've got some tights on, I've got a cute little dress from Zara. I also have like this little corset from Adrian Tour, which I love, but it is really cold, so I kind of layered this so like I could take pictures with that. But it's like a comfortable loose corset, so it's not anything crazy. I got this sweater from Mango, hoops, and some nice gold jewelry, nice watch. And yeah, I'm ready for the day. I have a little tea room kind of reserved today, and I'm really excited. I forget the name of the restaurant, but I will tell you guys. So I went to go have breakfast at the Wolseley. By the way, in the UK they make their pancakes extremely weird, but they're good. And I took a bike and I went to go see Kensington Palace, which was stunning. It was really kind of cool because a lot of people walk and bike around here, which is also another reason why a lot of people are not as fat as Americans. They also don't have as many preservatives in their food. Next, I went to Fortnum Mason. I got some Turkish delights. I don't have any video of me in the Shard, but that's something that you definitely need to go see. There's a lot of cool restaurants and shops and stuff up there. I'm about to walk to Borough Market. Let me get some food there. One thing I noticed about English people, Londoners specifically, is everyone kind of minds their own business, but they're all very, very friendly if you do talk to them, and everyone kind of like minds their own space. But Borough Market is a definite must. There's a lot of different really cool markets that you can go to get some really cool food, just like Brick Lane I was showing you. Now I'm headed to Harry Potter's platform 9 3/4. We're doing it. If you're a huge Harry Potter fan like myself, you have to go to platform 9 3/4. The merch shop they had there was also really cool. I got a wand and a bunch of other stuff. I know this vlog is long overdue, but I cannot wait to show you guys Scotland. Don't be like me. I decided to sleep last night instead of packing. Never even ridden a train before, so I don't even know how this is gonna go. I've been on a train before, but not like a train ghost hunter, like a legit. I have so many different vlogs coming now that I've caught up on all of my client work, and I cannot wait to show you guys everything that I've been doing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.